Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's 30-Minute Mentor. I haven't prepared any slides. I was going to cover a more planned structure, continuing along the free or getting started with no money up front theme. But I've been asked by several people this week about advertising, and I've had a couple of people that said, can you tell me how to create a Facebook ad that will sell my product, whatever it was. There were a couple of people with different products. And so I want to talk a little bit about advertising and how to be successful with advertising. And I thought what we could do was a very simple thing. If we use, let me use what's it called, PowerPoint, and I can draw things and add things, and because people seem to be, they seem to throw everything out of the window when it comes to working online. Everything that they would normally do, they just don't do. And I hope you can hear me. Can you just let me know in the chat section if you can hear? I'm getting an internal server error for my control panel. I don't know why that is. We had a bit of difficulty the last webinar I did. So if you can let me know that you can see me and hear me, and that way we can progress. Okay, we've got one person says they can see me. So what I want to do is, first of all, I want to just get you to think about, and it's difficult to be interactive in this because there's a time lag between what I say and what you hear and what you see, and it varies. Sometimes it can be as much as a couple of minutes. It's usually around about 40 seconds, I think. So it's difficult to be interactive, but what I want to do is just have a go at doing something which hopefully will bring home to you a little bit about this, and that is let's just think about advertising. Let's suppose we are selling a car. For sale. Let's just have a look. And I don't know much about cars. I don't know much about anything, but if we just if I just pull one up on Google, car for sale, there must be something comes up. Auto Trader official site. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118 Buying okay. So what I've done is I've just pulled up an advert for a car here, and let's suppose that we were selling this car. So let's copy the image and we'll paste that in here. Oh, that doesn't look like I've copied the image. We go back, let's see. Copy image. Paste. There we go. For sale. Don't know what it is. Let's just have a look. Perhaps going to need to put a bit of text in. I'll go back and dig that out of the advert. What is it? There we go. Center that. For sale, Ford Mondeo, 2-litre GLX 5-door. Okay. I don't know what else. I suppose you want to know the year. Key facts. There we go. Let's put some of those in. I'm just pulling this off it, but it's a sort of thing. We don't need all this bit here. And we can make that a bit smaller so we can fit it all in. Oh, it won't go smaller. If we do it this way. Okay, I think most of you will have sold a car at some stage or been looking to buy a car, one of the two. Most people. And we'll stick a price on this. Let's say, I don't know where you all are that are watching this, but I know most of the people are using dollars, so let's put in a dollar price. I don't know whether this is reasonable or not. 500 for fast sale. For fast sale. Okay. And then let's and then we'll have better make that a bit smaller so it fits in. Put it there. Arrange centre back. Okay, so there's our advert for our car. And so what we do is we take this advert and we advertise this in Angler's Hobby Time or something like that. Let's go fishing or something like that. So what's wrong with this advert? Anybody got any ideas of what's wrong with it? Let me just put up here. How do we do this? Insert text box. Okay, there's a note about that. We're advertising in Angling Times. Ford Mondeo, 2-door, no, 5-door, 2-litre car. Anybody got any comments as to what's wrong with the advert? Or do you think it's a good advert? Do you think it can be improved in some way? Let's get a bit of feedback. As I say, I know it's difficult because it takes time because of the time delays that are inherent with Google Hangouts, unfortunately. But some comments. How could we make it better? Or do you think it's great as it is? Or is this what you'd do if it was your car and you were selling it? Can we get some feedback from you? The more feedback we get, got a bit of feedback there. Not advertising to the right people. Yeah, who should we be advertising to? Don't fishermen have cars? I can't get the control center opened, unfortunately. I don't know why, but anyway, it looks like surely people that go fishing have cars, so why not advertise it there? If not there, where should we advertise it? Should advertise it where people are looking for cars. What a good idea. What a good idea. And yet we get people who go on Facebook and they put an ad on Facebook to the general public for buy my beauty lotion or whatever it is. Do you think somebody's going to, even if we put it in, let's suppose we change that then from the Angling Times to advertising in, what's it called? Auto Trader. That's where people are looking for cars. So are we going to get people clicking the buy now button now that we've done that? Would you click on the buy now button? Maybe it's too old. Maybe what if it was, let's suppose it's a late model. Let's suppose it's 2014. That looks like a good deal now to me. $500 for 2014. We're advertising in Auto Trader. Who's going to click the buy now button? Perhaps the mileage is too high. Let's get rid of some of the miles. There we go. That's a good deal now, surely. It's only done just over 1,000 miles. 6 months old. $500. Wow. Click the buy now button. Any comments on that? Not getting much in the way of comments. Okay, we got somebody there says they want a test drive. Okay, so they're not going to buy now. Why not? Because they don't know me, they don't trust me. So they're not going to click a button and send $500 PayPal to me for a car that they don't know even runs. Doesn't say it runs, even if it said it runs. Needs more information and addresses, as it could be anywhere. Yeah, it needs more information. It needs, you need to know that it runs. You need to know lots of things about it. Okay, we reduced the number of miles, Selma. Would you click the buy now button and just send me $500 PayPal? I mean, it's in Auto Trader. Does that mean I'm reliable? Maybe it could be on eBay. But let's leave it in Auto Trader, because eBay, I think, have some sort of system where they guarantee you cash. I don't know a lot about eBay either, but I think they do. I don't think Auto Trader would. That's between me and you. No, you wouldn't click the buy now button. Okay. And yet we get people going out and advertising their ebooks, their wrinkle cream, their dieting solution, vitamin pills, whatever it is that they're advertising, and expecting people to buy. And as I say, I get people coming to me and saying, how can I write an advert that will sell my product? And they come to me with various different products. And the answer is, you can't, because people don't know you. People don't buy things just from an advert. what the purpose of your advert, whether it's on Facebook, in Craigslist, in Backpage, wherever it may be, is to attract attention and get somebody to start communications. And ideally, you don't want a buy now button, but you want something that says something like get more information. Because that's non-committal. All they're doing is asking for more details, and they click on a get more information button, and instead of having to shell out $500, they're going to a sales page. Or if you're doing things really well, they're going to a pre-sales page where they can opt in to get the full details. You can give them a few taster details. You can give them a bit more about where it's located and how many miles per gallon it does, or something like that. And then for full information, enter your email address here and we'll send you the full portfolio. Okay, and that way you've captured the email of somebody that is looking to buy cars. Okay, because you might have a lot of other cars. You might be a dealer. You might have cars all over the place. So whatever it is you're selling, it doesn't matter whether it's the perfect potion or whatever. The advert is just there to get that person to a page where you can start a sales process. And ideally, you want to start that process with a squeeze page, somewhere that you're going to collect their email address. Something like, let me see if I can find one of mine. I was working on one earlier on. Hopefully it's there somewhere. There we go. So let me get you to that page. Stop screen share, and we'll go to this page. And now we've got a squeeze page. This works for everybody. Instant $250 payments with no phone calls and no selling. Click to learn more. Okay, got a lot of excited people there, and they click to learn more. So that is something that could be there, and you've got to have congruency. So your ad for that may well be something like an instant 250 commissions, no selling, no phone calls, let's say no website. Click to find out if this will work for you. So for that squeeze page, we could have an ad that looked something like I can't find it now. There. I've just done this, no thought, just off the top of my head. Earn instant $250 commission, no selling, no phone calls, no website. Click to find out if this will work for you. Okay. And then we could stick in a button underneath here, you know, get more information or whatever. So that's what your ad should be looking like for that squeeze page. So what are they doing? They're clicking to find out if they can make that work for them, if they can get $250 commissions with no selling, no phone calls, and no website. And when they click on the button, which would be here or the link or whatever it is, then they would go to the squeeze page we've just seen, which is stop sharing there, and we go back here, which is there. And will it work for me? This works for everyone. It's right at the top there. Okay, so this works for everybody. Instant $250 payments, no phone calls and no selling. Click the button below to get started. Now click to learn more. So they click on here and hallelujah, they've got to put in, enter your name and email below and click the button to get started now. Okay, get instant access. So they put in their name and their email and they click on the button and they get taken then to a sales page. Okay, so we've got a process going on here and it's all congruent. It's, will this work for me? I'd like $250 commissions without making any phone calls or selling and without having a website. So they put in the name and address because they're interested in this. This sounds like it could be what I've been looking for. And then they go to a sales page. And the sales page could look something like this. And in fact, the sales page, one of the sales pages does look something like this. The $250 payday system. Turn your speakers up and watch this free presentation below. So they get a video presentation. Okay, usual sort of thing. Get started today. Newbies and pros alike are flocking to this because everyone's having success with very little effort. Anyone can do this. You could have cash in your hands within the next 24 to 48 hours. And then proof, social proof. Real people making real money. Well, somebody here made $250 on the 10th of March and $2 on the 11th of March. Somebody here making $250. These are going straight into their authorized net account. Here we've got somebody that's getting them into a PayPal account and all highlighted with the little arrows. 1,000 a day. This is from August 2014. 1,500 in 3 days. And what's better than just pictures? Better than just pictures and words are video testimonials. So here we've got some video testimonials. People talking about how the system is working for them. What are the bonuses? Wow, yeah, you get bonuses as well. Killer website. Yeah, okay, it's a no website system, but we're giving you a website anyway. getting ad copy, done for you marketing option, phone broadcast platform, all sorts of things here, all the bonuses. No phone calls. See our FAQs for more. So they've got FAQs. Can click on that. This is there we go. All your questions answered. No phone calls, automated. We've given you all this, the social proof. Start earning now. Sponsors here. Start earning now, and you go to a page here. Terms and conditions, refund policy, no refunds. Okay. Close that. After purchase tells you what's going to happen. So now we've got a sales process. We've got all these things going on, and it's a process that people are going through. I can stop sharing that now. And it all links together. It all makes sense. It all started with one idea. The end idea is still there, making $250 per sale. And all the bits in between are there just to improve things. It's all congruent, and it all is leading people down the same path to a point where they say, okay, I think this is worthwhile, or they say, no, it isn't. And no matter what you're selling, some people are going to say yeah, and some people are going to say no. But people are not going to buy from an initial ad. Especially if it's a small one, a little thing. If you've got a big advert, I mean, there was a guy that used to sell, he's dead now, but I think somebody else is selling his book, and it's The Lazy Man's Way to Riches, Joe Carbo. And he was a master at writing ads, which he put in all sorts of places. That you wouldn't expect to see ads for this type of book, and they work very well because he fitted his ad into the type of person that read Time magazine, for example. He put ads in Time magazine, and they'd be 1.5 pages, sometimes 2 pages long of text. Now, with an ad like that, if you're a master copywriter, then okay, yeah, you can start to make sales. But usually people that are placing ads and coming to me and saying, how do I write an ad that is going to sell my how to get your 6-pack in the next 90 days ebook or whatever it is, people won't buy from that type of ad because you got a little ad in Facebook or one of those Google text ads, or even if it's a banner ad or whatever. The idea is just to move them along this chain, this process, like I've just shown you with that $250 system. And that is what you've got to start to understand. How can you use that to make yourself some cash quickly? What's a good way? Let me go back to here where I can write things, and we'll, oops, I've done that wrong. Let's get back here. Okay. So just to recap on this, this was the ad that we had, and initially we were advertising in the Anglers Special or something. We decided that wasn't the right place to advertise. You've got to look where people are looking to buy. You don't want a buy now button on the ad because people aren't going to buy from your ad. They want more information. You want a more information. So you just give them enough to get them to click on the more information, and then you start leading them along the chain in the same way that this would start leading them along the chain if you had a more information here. Let's how do I let's just get rid of this now and this, and I'll want to just talk to you about how you can take what I've been talking about today, if I can get this deleted, there we go, and start to make some money pretty quickly. I don't know whether you've heard of Teespring. They are a site, we'll put it up in a minute if you want, where you can design t-shirts. You input the information, it's free to do. You input the information, they tell you how much the shirts are going to cost depending on how big an order, how many shirts you sell, whether it's 10 shirts or 50 shirts or 100 shirts or a couple of thousand shirts, and you can set your own selling price, and then you can advertise them. Teespring will print them and deliver them to the people that you sell to. So you've got no upfront costs with it unless you have some design work done. For example, you might have some graphic design done, pictures of something on your t-shirts, but you can get that done at Fiverr.com for $5 and be quite good. So what would you need to do to start selling t-shirts? Well, first of all, you would have to think about where you were going to sell them, and that is your niche. Where are you going to start selling t-shirts? Who is going to be interested in your t-shirts? What is your target market? And that's a little bit like the first ad we did up here. It's no good selling your car in Angling Times. Yes, anglers do buy cars, but the people that are looking to buy cars are going to be minimal in Angling Times. You're going to get everybody that looks at Auto Trader is looking to buy a car, or possibly sell a car, I suppose. But you have a good target market, and so your niche is where you want to be looking. Where do you want to sell t-shirt? Because it's no good putting a t-shirt that says I love the National Football League or something like that on it and advertising to everybody worldwide. You know, if you're going to pick the NFL, then okay, drill down a bit, pick a team, pick different things, get to something, and then get something that's happening. You want to identify a trend. So if you pick your niche and you pick a trend, it might be your health and fitness, it might be spiritual, it might be personal development, it might be, you know, it could be hang gliding, it can be anything you want, it can be sports, it can be anything. Sports is a good niche for this type of thing because sports fans are used to paying over the odds for t-shirts and things. So if you're a football supporter of what's the club called, Real Madrid, and you want a shirt with Ronaldo on the back, number 10, then you can expect to pay a lot more than you would pay for the same quality t-shirt in a store, because they are conditioned to paying that. So sports is a good place to be for this type of thing, but there are lots of niches where people will happily pay a little bit more because it's something that they are particularly interested in. So it might be, for example, in sports, what's going on? There's the Rugby World Cup. Rugby is something that I'm interested in. In fact, I might do something along these lines. There's the Rugby World Cup that's taking place later this year in the UK. And so that's something that's happening within the niche, within the rugby niche. The trend is the Rugby World Cup, which is this year, starts in September, I think. So then what you want to do is you want to get a unique design. And if you can do it yourself, that's fine. And if you can't, as I say, you can go to somewhere like Fiverr and you get somebody to knock something out for you for under $5. What you've got to understand is you've got to avoid logos and trademarks, etc. So you don't want to be using anything like that. You don't want to be, you'll get into trouble if you pinch somebody's logo, if you're advertising something and they've got a trademark logo or copyrighted something. You don't want to be using that. So you're going to have a unique design. If you are looking at an area, yeah, you can mention, if you're looking at baseball in Boston or something like that, then you can use Boston baseball fans are the greatest, because you're not taking the Boston, what is it, the Red Sox, I think, logo, or you're not even mentioning them, but you've got it there, and then you have a nice design with somebody pumping the fist or something. I don't know, but it's unique, and it's unique to you, and you're avoiding logos. You can use colors that are the same. For example, if you were targeting, for example, New Zealand rugby players, you would want a black t-shirt with white on it, but you wouldn't want to put the fern on, which is their their logo. But black and all black with just white stuff on it, and perhaps the image that you have made, okay, that's the same, that but it's not using things. But you can use their team colors. If you were supporting Wales or doing something for the Welsh players, that would be red, for example. France is blue, Ireland's green, England's white, all these sort of things. So you can use the team colors, but don't use logos and trademarks. And that's the same, whatever. I mean, I'm talking sport because I know a bit more about sport than most other things. And then you want to set a price. And I would suggest $10 plus cost. Okay. If you're in the sports, you can probably make it more than that. You can probably go $20 plus cost. But in a lot of niches, $10 is fine. And look, you've only got to sell 10 shirts and you make $100. And if you know your niche and you're targeting that niche with your advert, you're putting your advert where it is, selling 10 shirts is very, very easy. Where can you advertise? Facebook, you can target people very well. You can target people on Facebook, and you'll see t-shirts being advertised all the time on Facebook. And you want to check each day to make sure that your sales are in line with what you're spending in advertising. Advertising costs on Facebook are not that bad. You can set it at $3, $4, $5 a day. If you're making one sale, you're making 100% per day on your advertising. Okay, if you're spending $5 a day, and you can increase it. You can go up from there and scale up. And you get a little bit of credit with Facebook. I don't know what they start you off with, but it might be $20 or $30. I don't know. I can't remember what the starting level is for Facebook credit, or it might be like 30 days or something, whichever comes first. But you can build that up, and you can get it up to thousands of dollars actually, as long as you keep paying when it's due. And if you're selling something for twice the cost of your advertising, and you're making 2 times or 3 times or 4 times with something like a t-shirt, and if you've got a $10 profit on your t-shirt, you can very quickly get into relatively large profits. And as I say, there's no cash up front with that. It's all pretty easily done for you. So that's just an idea, but the advertising, and that is what I started off with, and that is what I wanted to stress to people, because as I say, I've had a few people recently who have been asking me how to write ads that will sell their products, and that is not the purpose of your ad. You've got to understand the system. You've got to know what it is. When you're advertising a product, you want a product that's sustainable. T-shirts, okay, you're targeting a trend. It's not sustainable, but people are always buying T-shirts. You just keep looking for new trends. So it's sustainable. It allow for growth. If you're setting up a big system, you want something that is more long-term than a T-shirt trend. You want something that people are always going to be wanting, so that you can build a system around it and eventually automate that system so that it's automatically bringing you in cash day after day after day. And that's why you want something that's sustainable and with virtually unlimited growth potential. And there are lots of products out there, and you can create your own products as well that will do this for you. So that is really what I wanted to cover. I wanted to cover the importance of getting your advertising right, congruent. The purpose of your advert is just to get somebody interested enough to click on it to take them to the next stage. And the next stage should be to get them to opt in to a list where they will get further information or whatever. And then you can take them on through different processes down a path that will build confidence and eventually generate sales. And as I say, nobody buys all the time, nobody sells to everybody. But the better you get at doing that and keeping it all congruent, the more sales you will make. So Thelma says, Graham, I have 11 subscribers in my autoresponder in the old 90-day plan. How do I get them over to my sort back office? I don't really understand your question. But if they're in your autoresponder and you want to move them somewhere, you just send them a message telling them what to do. That's it. You will always lose some people when you do that. Whenever you move from one place to another, or you're asking people to go from one place to another, you lose some. But the people you lose are not going to do anything anyway, so it doesn't really matter. In fact, it can often be beneficial to move people around, because you get rid of the dead wood, especially with autoresponders. The more people you have in your autoresponder, the more you pay. Is how most of them work. The more subscribers you've got, the more you pay. And it doesn't matter whether those are people that are, there might be people that never get delivered to because they're bouncing and this sort of thing. As long as they're there in the subscribers, you're going to be paying for them. So it's a good idea as well to go through your autoresponders and clear out the bounces and the unsubscribes and things like that, because you'll still be getting charged for them. They're taking up space and you're paying for that. So you need to go through and just do a bit of house cleaning. I ran an ad on Bing for weight loss program, but I did not get opt-ins or sales with 54 clicks. Okay, 54 clicks isn't a lot of clicks, and it depends on what your ad said, and it depends on what the page that they went to was like. If your ad is explaining to them what exactly why they're clicking, and the page that they get to takes them a step further down that path, then you will get opt-ins. You're not likely to get sales from that point, but you want the opt-ins. And 54 clicks, you would, if you've got things done right, if it is congruent, if it says, what was it, for weight loss program? Okay, if it says, brand new weight loss program, lose 10 stone in 5 days, or 100 pounds in a month, or whatever it is that you're doing. Okay, click here, or you can even put in to stop you paying for clicks. If it's on a cost per click basis, which Bing is, you can even put in click here to enter your email for full details, because then when they're clicking, they know what you want them to do. You want them to put in their email because you're going to send them full details. Okay, and then the page they land on was, okay, this is the banner at the top that tells them the main thing: lose 100 pounds in 30 days with our brand new system. Enter your email address now and I'll send you full details. Okay, so then you've got them opted in. From there, you're going to send them an email, obviously welcoming them and explaining a few things about who you are and how you can help them and how things work. And the next page they go to, a lot of people will send them straight to a sales page. I wouldn't personally do that, and I don't recommend you do that. You send them to a thank you page. Thank you for opting in. I've automatically sent you the information you requested. Okay, so they know you're on the ball and it's automatically being sent to them to the email address that you entered. So if they've entered a false email address, they know they're not going to get it. Okay, so you put a thank you page together, something like that, and ideally give them a bit of a bonus there. This is a course that has 27 daily videos that will help you lose £2 every day for 27 days, or £5 a day for 27 days, or whatever it is. To preview the first video, click here now. I'm giving you this free. Okay, so give them a little bit of a preview, or say thank you as an extra thank you. I've got a diet sheet which normally sells for $37. You can have it free as one of my valued subscribers, and you give them a link to that, you know, so you can start building a bit of rapport and value into things while you're doing that. And then from there, your email sequence will, the email that they get is going to direct them to the sales page. And you could even have an exit set up on your thank you page, so that when they leave your thank you page, they go to the sales page for the product. So you've got two ways of getting at them, but you've got that intermediate step. You've got that thank you page where you're introducing yourself, you're telling them who you are, what you're about, and that's the way to do it. But if you are running congruent ads with your lead capture page, then you will get people opting in. 25% is probably what beginners will get. So with 54 clicks, you would probably expect, what's that, it's 27, about 13 or 14 opt-ins. If you're getting more than that, you're doing better than a beginner. Somebody that's good and experienced will probably get 25 clicks and maybe a few more. Okay, Thelma, where is the thank you page in Earn with TL? I have no idea, Thelma. Have you set a thank you page up? There are loads of them in the templates there that you can set up using Profit Builder, WP Profit Builder. They have templates for thank you pages. You can set up a page. Very quickly and easily, and you can put on it whatever you want. You might want several thank you pages because you might be running different offers, or you might have different funnels, people coming from different places. Weight loss, where's a good place to advertise weight loss? Bing is a bit general, but it depends on how you target it, what keywords you're using. But another good place are things like Plenty of Fish, where you can put in classified ads there, because people it's a dating site and people always want to look a bit better, and you might want to target the women with one type of ad and the men with another type of ad, and you might want different thank you pages for men and for women. And you might want to send women to something like the Venus Fat Loss Factor, or whatever it's called, and men to a six-pack abs thing, or, you know. So there are different ways of doing it. You might want different thank you pages for each different thing. Sometimes a generic thank you page just saying who you are will work well for most things. Any more questions? Because if not, we'll call it a day. I don't know how many people we have here. I did intend to send out reminders, but you should get reminders automatically from the system. Are you people getting reminders from the system? I know George got one, but you should get a reminder. I can't show you because it's on my other computer, my inbox with the reminders. But you should get a reminder, and it looks. What does it look like? I can sort of perhaps explain it. Yeah, it's just it says webinar alert. We're about to start, and I think you get one about an hour or so, or a day before perhaps, and then you get one an hour before, which gives you a little thing that says log into the webinar. We're about to start. So you should get reminders, but there we go. That $250 program, by the way, is one that I talked about last week, the one that I was showing you the funnel. It's just taking me a bit longer to get the funnel working properly for that. It's very exciting, it's very powerful, and I will be helping the first 10 people that get involved in the program, and I'll be passing that on, first of all, to SOAP members, starting at the diamond level members and working down. So it'll give the diamond members first chance to get in on the special offers that I'm doing, because I'll only take 10 people on the special, because I'm offering to actually contact people by telephone to close sales for you, and I can't do it for more than 10 people. It just would take me far too much time. In fact, I'm probably going to struggle with 10 people, but even so, even without that, it's massive, and we will sort out some special leads for you to make sure that things are working as well as possible. It's 250 to get in. Really, to set up a business online, you want to be looking at $500 a month. I know a lot of you out there say, oh, I've got no money, but that's what you want to be looking at as a minimum, $500 a month. With $500 a month, you can start making $1,000 a month quickly. And once you've got $1,000 a month coming in, you can increase your budget and your advertising, and you can build that up so that you can be making $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 a month, to the point where you're making $1,000 a day, as long as you've got something that's scalable, which is what I was talking about earlier as well. I need easy and cheap traffic info, please. Cheap traffic gets cheap results usually, but Facebook is good, but you've got to learn and know what you're doing. The best training I have ever seen on Facebook, I paid a guy 25 grand recently for one-on-one training. Spent about 4 or 5 hours with me, and the training that is available, Dark Post Profits, can't remember what it cost me now. I think it was $500 or $600. That training there is far superior, vastly superior to what I paid 25 grand for. I'll see if I've got a link for that for you. It's the best training I've ever seen on Facebook stuff. Let me just see if I can find a link for that. It really is the bee's knees. Okay, I'll put that in as a sticky for you. If it works, display as a sticky message. Yep, it's there. That's a clickable link. It is an affiliate link. If you do buy it, I make money from it. If you bought it without my affiliate link, you'd still pay the same. It doesn't make any difference. And I don't mind whether you buy it or not. But if you are looking for the best training I have ever seen on Facebook, I mean, you're looking at he's probably got close to 200 videos in there. It goes through things like selling t-shirts. It goes through all sorts of different things, as well as general information. It goes into depth in retargeting, and it's good. It's well worth the money. As I say, I can't remember what I paid for it, but it's definitely under $1,000. I think I paid around about 500. It might have been 600. It might have been 400. I don't know. but whatever it is, it's worth 10 times that. And when you're thinking about paid traffic as well, then you've got to understand that if you're running your campaigns in the right way and you're retargeting people, your advertising becomes a profit center and not a cost. But you've got to be prepared to learn how to do things, and that's why I recommend that course. And if you've got to save up for it, save up for it. It's well worth it. What do you think about AdWords with Google? Yeah, it's effective. They're not quite as difficult to get to squeeze pages now as they used to be. They got really tough on it about 18 months ago, 2 years, and they're gradually easing off a little bit. You still got to jump through the hoops a little bit. You've got to read their terms and see what it is, and make sure that you're compliant. You need things on your squeeze page with Google. You need your terms, your privacy information, any disclaimers. You probably also need to include some sort of menu so that they can get beyond your squeeze page without just opting in for Google. But yeah, once again, you've got to target the right keywords, because you don't want to be selling your car in the Anglers Times, you know. So it's the same with all advertising. You've got to pitch your advert to your right market. It's no good just using a shotgun approach. Oh, I'll just advertise to everybody, because yeah, you'll hit one or two people, but it's going to be expensive hitting one or two people out of 500. If you can hit 250 out of 500, you're starting to be on a winner, because if you've got 250 people that are interested out of 500 people that see your ad, and then 30% of those opt in, that's 80 people opted into your list. Out of those 80 people, if 5% buy, you've got 4 sales. You know, so it's all numbers, but you've got to do your targeting. If your targeting's not right, your numbers are going to come out at the back end not very healthy. And you shouldn't expect to make a profit on your first advertising. You need your retargeting in. With retargeting, you'll break even or get into profit. And also you need your follow-ups in your autoresponder, because a lot of people won't buy till maybe the 6th, 7th, 8th follow-up email. So you won't make all your sales, boom, day one. If that's what you're hoping for, not going to happen. Sorry if that's what you want, not what you wanted to hear, but that's the truth of it. Okay, no more questions. I shall close down. I thank you all for coming. I hope it's been useful. Teespring.com is where you can have a look. Actually, that used to be the only site a few years ago, but if you look for t-shirt design or t-shirt sales or something like that, I don't know, on Google, you will find that there are quite a number of people now that are offering to do the same sort of thing. So you can design t-shirts and sell them. And like I say, you don't need to sell an awful lot of t-shirts. And if you hit something that sells a couple of thousand, that's great. You know, you can make $20,000 in a very short space of time. But even if you're only selling, you know, 50 a month and you're making $10 on them, it's 500 a month. And if you keep your advertising below that, you're in profit. Plus you're building a list. And so you're building a list and a profit at the same time. So it's a good way to go. I'm calling it a day there, since we've got no more questions. Take a look at that dark post profits. It's whatever it costs, it's worth the money. It's worth a lot more than the money. Okay, that's it from me. God bless. You will, if you're on my list, be getting information about that $250 program. It is really incredible. You don't need a website. It's better if you have one, so we're going to make sure that you have one. But you don't need to do any phone calls. You don't need. It's all built in to a system. But ideally, even though it's only $250 to buy it, you need like $500 to really get started in a powerful way. You can do it for less. You can do it for just the $250 to get started. But if you got $500, you should make between $1,000 and $1,500 in your first month. And then you can put in $1,000 in the next month, and you should make sort of like 3,000, and put in a couple of thousand and make 5,000 or 6,000 the month after. So it's a great little program, and we'll be teaching you how to build that into residual income, because those are just one-off sales. Okay, so if you're on my list, you can look forward to that. God bless you all. As I say, thank you for coming. I hope it's been useful. And I look forward to seeing you next week. And if you're part of the Monday Mentor group, I look forward to seeing you on Monday.